Hello everyone, it's the FarmSim guy here, hope you're all doing well. Today we are going to have a look at River Bottom Customs' brand new bin setup, and this is pretty damn cool. So without further ado, let's jump in and have a good look around this 10 million litre bin setup, because there's a few nice little things in it. Now, if you've added this mod to your folder and ticked it when you've opened your game, you will find it in production. Scroll right along to the end, and there it is, AGI MFS bin. Only $300,000, which is, I think, a good price for it. And like I said, it holds 10 million litres. So, there it is. The first thing that grabs you when you arrive is just the scale of it. It's absolutely massive. Now, we'll come back to some of these little things in a while, but I want you to see these beautiful 4K textures. Added dirt around the bottom here as well. I mean, it's a really, really nicely made model indeed. And as you can see, the smaller bins here, I mean, even those on their own are big, but then when you look up here to the dryer and the two main bins, absolutely huge. Now, a few little icons here that you wouldn't normally see on a dryer setup like this. We've got the wrench at the front here. Now, we own this already, this is on our land, so this actually has another purpose. And if I pull up the menu here, you'll see there's a button there for Uncover Pit. So we click on that, and if you see the AGI MFS cover there, I click on this with my left mouse button, it uncovers to show you the grill underneath. Obviously there's your load and unload points, loads from that pipe there, and obviously you tip your trailer underneath like that. Now, over here to the right is another exclamation mark. So, what could this be for? Well, let's walk up to it, and the action here is to start the fans. If I click on this again with my left mouse button, you will see that the fans for all of these bins kick in. Nicely done as well, that you move closer to them, they get noisier. Move further away, they go quieter again. Really nicely done there. And that has been done by Nasty Mods, who has helped and collaborated with River Bottom Customs on the, not just the noise but the spinning fans as well. So lovely work done there. Look at that, look at the detail in there, it's fantastic. Now, one of the things that River Bottom Customs did tell me was that he recommends that you also install Fusion Simulation's Corn Harvest Add-on mod, because this has got corn drying built into it. Now, there are a number of maps that already have corn drying installed already, some don't. So what this does, this makes it universal. So I'm on Western Australia 4X here, which doesn't have corn drying in it. So with Fusion's mod added as well, it adds dry corn to the map, which means that it will work with this dryer setup. Now, some maps, the name that they've called dry corn is slightly different. So if you install Fusion's mod alongside this bin setup, it overrides whatever's in the map. Therefore, you get consistency, and this bin setup will work on any map. So there's a tip. Strongly recommend, or if you don't want to use dry corn, you don't have to. But if you want the best out of this mod, absolutely install Fusion's mod alongside as well. And again, Fusion has been helping River Bottom Customs with this setup, so nice to support both the modders there. Now, so with that in mind, let's go, and in fact, before I go to the dryer, I'm going to wander over here, because the other thing that River Bottom Customs has done is completely remodeled these propane tanks, and they look great, I have to say. Really nicely done, great reflections on them. Lovely detail, and he has gone very high poly count on this. This is of course only a PC mod, but nice to see those tanks, all three of them there, all the appropriate labels and things like that, really nicely done. And again, as you can see, I'm going to have to go back and look at these textures, because they are very, very nicely done. I'm a big fan of those. So, there we go. One last thing that I must show you here. One more exclamation mark, and this is to manage your production points, so this will pull it up in productions. So there you are, and as you can see here, you've got all the appropriate storage for the appropriate crops there, but at the top here, there's your corn drying complex. Of course, you need your propane in there as well. It can hold up to 150,000 litres. I just bought and added that in. We've got a little bit of corn in there, just under 10,000 litres in there. but it is switched off at the moment, and I'm going to switch on because the last little thing, other than the noise that you hear there as well, is if we look up here, we need to back up a little bit because we're so close, you can see this very subtle dust and particle effect from the dryer. And I like the fact it's not over the top. I like the fact it's quite subtle. But it's really nicely done. I mean, this whole setup is great. I mean, Riverbottom have been doing some cracking bin setups for a while now. I know I run a few of them on my multiplayer servers and some of my games. I know Argsy and I have just dropped one onto Hannah, Indiana as well. But this is fantastic. 10 million litres it holds in total, which is a whole lot of crop. I challenge you to fill that, although, that said, I can think of a 1,000-acre field that we have on our Spring Creek server that might just fill it up. Now, as you can see in the bottom corner there, the corn ticking down quite quickly and the dry corn ticking up quite quickly. So it's got a good number of cycles, so you'll get through stuff pretty quickly. Again, you can see in the shadows there, actually the little dust particle effect is a little bit more prominent, but I really like that. Now, not that much more to show you on this, because it is what it is. It's just a big grain bin setup, but it's absolutely brilliant. I am super impressed with this. This is going straight onto a few of my game saves. I love the fact that it's high poly count. I love the fact that it's got the detail in it. I love the grain drying and the propane tanks. It's just properly well done. Top quality. So there you go. The new bin setup from Riverbottom Customs. If you are a fan of Riverbottom Customs mods and have been using his bin setups, I think this is his best one yet. Some really nice detail in this. Of course, you can check him out on his itch.io page, and of course give him a like and a bit of support on Facebook as well.